Hi there. See if we're live. Okay, so what we're doing today is this. I'm Sarita, and this is.
I'm Bob in the background.
And what we're doing is we're going to be explaining to you how the modular mate system works. It's absolutely fantastic. It's the reason why I joined Tupperware, isn't it, Bob?
Yes, back in 1985.
Back in 1985, and again in 2020. When we moved to Susanville, we came back in for the modular mates. And so this is one of my favorite pieces of everything of Tupperware. This is the one that will save you space. It'll give you more room in your kitchen. It will save you on waste. You're not going to be throwing out food anymore. It'll save you time. How many times have you gone to your pantry looking for brown sugar thinking you don't have any? Going to the store, buying some, coming back home, and then later on, when you're pulling something out to find something else, you find out you have actually 4 packages of brown sugar.
But they all may be hard.
Exactly. So that's the other thing it is. It saves you food because it will keep your food fresher for longer because you can just put your brown sugar in and it will stay soft.
Stay soft. I don't know for how long.
How long?
Forever.
Marshmallows too.
Yeah.
So you will have noticed that we are in a different location now. Just for those of you who have been following us, we have moved to Alaska from Northern California, and we are actually in one of our units that we bought a 4-plex. And so this is our unit, and we're renovating. So you might see different things, and we have an extra pup, which is our son's dog and everything else. But I just wanted to explain to you why we're in a different location. But let's get down to what we're all here for, and that is the modular mates. Okay, so let me just tell you really quick. This is the modern day Lego Lincoln Logs building blocks for the modern day person. It's not just for women. It's not just for the kitchen. We have used it in
my workshop.
Your workshop, in craft rooms, in the drawers of our sons to keep their things organized, the toys, and under the bathroom, in the laundry room with all the knickknacks, light bulbs, things like that. And then, of course, in the kitchen. We've also used them in the van for keeping things in because they're going to keep things that no humidity, no dust, no dirt, no bugs, no rodents can get into it. And that way, if you have matches or food, you can actually have it in your camping van.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
These are fantastic for the camper van. Safe, space saving, and if anything, if the camper vans, the rumor is, or the fact is that sometimes things will fall out of the cupboard.
Mm-hmm.
These fall out of the cupboard, and
your stuff is still protected.
Your stuff is you still have everything intact.
Exactly.
And the container will just bounce.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you is that we have 5 different shapes in the modular mate system. Okay, we also have, there's other things that you can organize your pantry with. The shakers, the spice shakers, the potato and the potato smart container, the onion smart container, cereal stores. Those are added on for the pantry, but we're talking just about the modular mates. So the modular mates, we have 5 basic shapes. We have a round, you can see. We have the oval. And then I'm going to have Bob hold these up like so that way you can start seeing things. And then you have the square, and then you can put the square. You see how the oval kind of fits with the round.
Stacks on there, yeah.
You also have the super oval and the rectangular. Okay, those are the 5 basic shapes. All right, and you can basically tell what they are from just looking at them. But if forever anything should ever happen, because things do happen, that's why we have our wonderful warranty. That if something should end up breaking, let's say an item gets frozen, you left it out in the van. Here we're in Alaska, so it's getting really chilly out there. And if it happens to fall now, being frozen, yes, it will shatter. And you might go, okay, what size was that? I don't know what was it. Well, on the bottom of every Tupperware container, if you grab one of those, you will see. I'm going to show this one to you if you can see it. This has a rectangular shape to it right there. The same with the oval. It will show you what shape it was.
And a number inside the shape to tell you what size.
Well, we're going to get to that because you beat me to it, but that's okay. Overachiever. But you also have that for the super oval. You have the shape on every one. So yes, Bob, you're absolutely right because I'm going to put these over here. And now you have the heights. And that's what Bob was talking about. We have 5 different heights. We have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And the beauty about this is you add a 1 and a 2, it makes a 3. You add a 3 and a 1, it makes a 4. You add a 4 and a 1, you do it. And you can play with this any way around and you start stacking it up. You can actually use it where you have a rectangular and you can actually start putting it on top this way if you wanted to. All right. You can add it this way with the square and the oval if you wanted to do it that way. There's many different ways of how to do it. So depending on this is custom. It's a custom kitchen pantry system. It's that's what this is, a building block. It's up to you. It's up to you how you want to use it. If you only have a little, let's say you don't do a lot of baking and you only use a little bit of baking starch, baking soda, baking powder. You can use a little round one if you want to.
If you with the round,
right there.
There we go.
And if you do a lot of baking, you might need to have. I know someone who does a lot of baking, and she buys her baking soda in bulk. Well, there you go. She could put it in this rectangular 3, because yes, as Bob was saying, inside each shape, you can see. It has a number in it. And it's not to tell you how many cups or pounds it holds. It tells you the height it holds. Okay. Just to also let you know, if you have you can actually put, let me move this back, Bob. Can you move it back so that way they can get it? There we go. You can actually have this in a cupboard or anything else. Now, just to let you know, most cupboards go a rectangular deep, okay? Some of the very, very older houses, they might have a square deep, but most of them from the front of the cabinet to the back of the cabinet will be a rectangular. So you are using up the whole space. How many times have you had packages that go up and down and you're losing so much space in here? You can actually put packaged foods in here, like cake mixes or anything like that, the small packages, and I mark it savory, and then you could just pull it out. Now, what do I mark it with? I usually use painter's tape and write in big letters because I need my glasses and I don't always have them on the top of my head. So you could label it, you can attach to the back some special instructions, just cut it off from the package, add it with painter's tape. When you use painter's tape, it doesn't leave any residue at all in it. So let me go ahead and show you the beautiful seal. Now these are brand new. And the one thing is I'm opening it up by pulling it back. Then I don't peel it like a banana. I just go ahead and run my finger around the edge at the bottom and take it off that way. But you can see here, right here, this little cutaway from the container. And that's the cutaway. And here's the insert on the seal. So when you are putting it on, you just put the insert in, run your fingers around, and then
better to do it on a counter or tabletop
instead of in the air on your stomach.
Yeah.
And you can hear it, and that will keep air out, humidity out, and everything else.
Bugs.
No bugs. And how do we know that? That's the whole reason why we came. I'll tell you in just a second. But you have this rim right here. Now, yes, when you hold this up, you can see that maybe a little air might go into it, but because of the way of the insert and the way it sits in it, you might have a little bit of dirt here or ash, because this kept our food safe when we had the fire near
Dixie
us
fire in
with the
California.
Dixie fire. So the ash was here, or dead bugs were here, and I'll explain about the dead bugs in a second. But dead bugs were here, and everything else went inside. The food was kept fresh and safe. No ash, no dust, no humidity, nothing clogging, and no bugs. Okay, so this is how you do it. You can ask your consultant to help you do, and I can do a custom kitchen through Zoom or whatever else, and it's very easy to do. All you need is a piece of paper, a regular school lined piece of paper to help you do it.
Let me jump in right here as far as what is kept out and when the seals are in place. This modular mate system is something, as a military family, we were able to ship our food stuff in the containers. It's the only one that's approved in that the government will actually ship your food as long as it is in Tupperware.
It's modular mates.
So your household goods, when you ship stuff and you're going overseas, you're not going to see stuff for 4 to 6 months. And when it got there, we unpacked, opened up, marshmallows were good.
Soft.
Brown sugar.
Perfect.
I mean, this has been overseas in the ocean on a boat, and they just did fantastic.
So with that, what we're trying to say is this is what you would like to, you really do need it. This is the reason why we came into Tupperware. We had a weevil infiltration in our home. I searched everywhere for different items to put my food in, glass, ceramics. We're a military family. I can't have just any type of container. I needed something practical, and I went to a Tupperware party, and I joined Tupperware for this. And this is what you need in your home. You really do. So just to reiterate, 5 different sizes: a round, an oval, a square, a super oval, and a rectangular. Different heights: a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you can configure it in any way you want to. I always recommend doing it in centers, and we'll be talking soon to you about that in just a little bit. But just wanted to share with you about the wonderful things. The other thing I wanted to say really quick is you can see how much you have of what's inside here, because it's clear here, opaque on the side, but very clear, so you know exactly how much. Saves you time when you're doing your shopping list. So that's it for right now, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
And